On play action, Allen. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Julian Love picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On first down, Barkley. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Henry Anderson, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Middle. 56. Shoot.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll run on first down. Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 46 yards out. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to them.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And this is going to be covered up by the Redskins. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On play action, Allen. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground field. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Hey, Delta.
After the sack on 1st down, Allen going deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Give them 32 on the play.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Allen Cleveland now on 3rd and goal. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Next to score, Giants 27, Redskins 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to a stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. This is Shepard on the catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he should be. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Now Eckler. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch twist. Alert. Motion.
Throwing now is Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Now it's Barkley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 32.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd down, Barkley, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll look to throw here. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. This is Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2nd and 5. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. How good has he been throwing the football, though? Despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run with Barkley, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Giants on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. On the run, it's Barkley. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. So give him the 1st down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to be. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
25, check 25, check 25.
They'll go to Barkley again. And an alley to run. The 20. There he goes right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification, that's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Open man is Ross, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Allen. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Shift.
Half 10. Check.
Under crush.
Five wide.
Now Allen to throw again. Flush to his right. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
47. Mike, 47. I'm going to run you over.
Kill, off 52.
Who do you want?
Throwing on first down is Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Tackle. 47's the mic. 47.
Hey, Charlie.
Watch the slant. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. All day, dog. Mike's 47.
Alert.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Hey, seam 6.
Check. 47. Watch the pass. 47 Mike.
Hey, tight.
He's scared. Watch that.
Allen going to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trevor Williams with a pick.
That's all. Going the other way.
These guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand.